And you know what? Fuck it. I'm not gonna do the setup. I was gonna do a joke setup, but it doesn't feel appropriate. I'm just gonna ask you guys straight up, Twitch chat. Let's do this. How do you guys feel about people? I'll say on Twitter making jokes about the shit going on in Ukraine, whether it be as a self-coping mechanism or what have you. I want to hear what you guys think, and then I'll talk about what I think. King of Fighters 15, Horizon, Elden Ring, WWE, and Street Fighter 6. Oh, I got you. It depends on the joke, as long as they're not in bad taste. There's jokes, make them on yourself. There's a line, not all jokes are in bad taste. I think that's probably appropriate. Depends on whether I laugh at it or not. That's also fair. Tina made a joke on Twitter briefly last night where she just said, it wasn't even a joke. She just said, why can't Biden and Putin 1v1 this shit? And then she replied to it and she said 1v1 on Rust, right? Which, and we're being completely honest, this entails not using troops or civilians and just letting the leaders duke it out. And she had people coming for her fucking neck. Can't believe this is so anti-humanitarian. And it's like, this is the least offensive thing I've ever seen anybody tweet in terms of the matter. Like, it was ridiculous people were getting upset at her for that. I heard a thing recently from, I've been listening to Bill Burr's podcast, just a couple podcasts he's got on there lately, and this is a couple weeks ago, this is a few weeks back. He was talking about how sometimes some comedians shy away from dark jokes or jokes that are about rough things going on in real life right now, and some comedians like him lean very heavily into it. And I'm not going to do what he said justice, but I'm going to try my best. He basically said that, you know, you're under the impression that some fans go to comedy shows, they want to escape the real life. You know, they don't want to have to think about it. They want to escape it. They want to not worry about it for an hour or two while they go out to a comedy show. And his argument was that him making jokes about it is a way of escaping it. Because it doesn't have that much, because like, what else are you going to do? Are you going to sit there and you going to stare at the ceiling about it? Or do you make a joke and get a little bit of relief, take a little bit of the bite off of it in a way, right? This isn't a one-to-one of the Ukraine situation. I'll get to that in a minute. But this was sort of his explanation. And he goes on to say he's done benefits for police stations and war veterans before. And he'll have some of those guys come up to him privately. So I got the sniffs. He'll have some of those guys come up to him privately after the show, and they'll mention something along the lines of, hey, we appreciate those jokes. He said a lot of times when they're out in the field and if they have to see some really fucked up shit, they will make fucked up jokes between themselves because it does that same thing. It takes the edge off of it. It keeps them from losing their sanity, all the horrible shit they have to see firsthand. That being said, I understand why the timing doesn't feel appropriate. For a lot of the Ukraine shit on Twitter and what's going on. And I don't know. In this particular instance, I feel like it's not on me to be offended on behalf of other people. So if other people get offended and they take it up with people making jokes, if you have a reason to be offended and not be offended on behalf of other people, like duke it out, I guess. I haven't read a joke where I was like, oh my god, I personally don't like that. You know what I mean? Because like it has yet to like affect me on that level. One thing I will say is it felt weird. There's a point in time when my timeline on Twitter was it was split up into thirds. It was real Ukraine news. It was split up into fourths. It was real Ukraine news. It was fake Ukraine news. It was people making jokes. And it was people getting mad at people making jokes. This was almost 100, all four of these categories were almost 100% of my Twitter timeline for a while last night and then maybe again this morning. And the weirdest part to me, like none of it's right, but the weirdest part to me was that it felt like the people who were mad at people for making jokes were more mad at people for making jokes than they were at the Russians. When I see that, I'm like, you know? Did you see that? Oh my God, that was more offensive than any joke that's been told. I don't know the celebrity's name. What's her face? Some celebrity woman put out a video today, and she just made a video, and too long didn't watch. It just came down to I can fix him. But she just sent a video message to Putin, and it was just her being really nice. She's just like, you know, Putin, if I was your mother, I would have raised you right, and I would have shown you the love you needed to not bomb and murder thousands. That was more offensive than any joke that scrolled across my timeline last night or this morning. Also, I'll say it, the USA draft memes were funny. The Biden coming up to the podium and the NFL draft theme playing was funny. I'll fight people on that. That was insane. I don't understand that's how some people are. It's fucking rich people, man. It is incredibly rich people that are so... Like, I firmly believe that particularly celebrities, but rich people in general, are so disconnected from the actual population's reality that they just think that shit's cool. Case in point, when COVID hit, and a bunch of fucking celebrities, movie actors went around singing Imagine by the Beatles, taking turns on video, like, oh, we're all in this together, as they sit in their fucking $80 million mansion. You know? Like, they're fine. They're not the ones dealing with this shit. Yeah, rich folks are so disconnected from reality, it's insane. Do you find someone that disconnected from reality when, like, they're poor? No, I'm not gonna say it. Actually can't make the joke. I can, I'm not going to. Shit's wild. Yeah, that was more offensive than any joke that ever got tweeted out. People go to order DoorDash for every day for 2 years. Well, yeah, but I mean, like, it's not even that. People who have their private chefs coming in and just making the food cook the food while wearing a mask. And they still live in their house with 2 butlers, and like they bring all their friends over anyway because they, I don't know. That was one half of my joke, Alan Shay. The other half is they wind up in a specific political party that I won't name. What else has been going on, chat? Anything crazy? Y'all pumped for Elden Ring? Y'all losing your lives to Elden Ring tomorrow? Or you been spending all day watching streams already? I did not see a promo yesterday. I heard about it. I heard it was good. Which, that guy's hit or miss for me, so. Don't care for LD wrong. Hell yeah. Elden Ring will consume me. Still Lost in Horizon. Probably not yet. You can already play it if you set your shit to New Zealand. I could have asked somebody and got a code. didn't want to. I think Hom's the guy, yeah. If you're into Elden Ring, Hom's live right now. Hom's gonna be the fucking dude. I watched Hom. Hypothetically. Let's back it up. I didn't do shit, okay? Hypothetically. If Hom got access to the Elden Ring beta a while back, he may or may not have just streamed it to only me for a while. And if that... He didn't. But if he did, if he had gotten into the beta, he could have only streamed it to me, and I could have had a very good time watching him do that. Because it wasn't legal to stream the beta, the Elden Ring beta. Through Discord, through a private Discord channel, of course, not publicly. But this is all hypothetical, that never happened anyway. I'm gonna be my dude for Elden Ring. They're gonna do it. And not to drive viewership away from myself, but he is live right now. XSplit still says I have no viewers. I'm talking to you guys. You know, yeah, in a hypothetical situation that literally never occurred. I've never seen a game get 10 out of 10 from almost every reviewer since Breath of the Wild and Mario Odyssey. The Last of Us 2 did. Last of Us 2 had 98 on like almost all the review sites total. Last of Us 2 had very few reviews that were less than 97 or 95. Most of them were hundreds from critics. Is XSplit better than OBS in your opinion? OBS has been free since forever. I started off, and when I, like, literally, it just so happened the week I was trying to stream, I followed several streamers, because Slobs didn't used to exist, and you don't want to use Streamlabs OBS anyway, because that company's garbage. But Streamlabs OBS didn't used to exist, so it was just OBS and XSplit. Those were the only two streaming softwares. And it just so happens that the week I was trying to figure out streaming and set everything up, OBS put out a bad update that was letting a lot of people who I followed on Twitter not stream. So I bit the bullet and went with XSplit, and I started streaming with XSplit, and XSplit's just never given me a reason to not stream on there, stream using this software. So it's not that OBS is bad. Everybody else I know uses OBS. Everyone else except Dotto uses OBS. Dotto and I are the only exploiters I know of. It's just I use XSplit and I've never had a reason to switch, so I just haven't. I'm gonna try to join the Air Force. No shit, Alex. Followed the whole Afro thing on Twitter. Yeah, he got. So that's a thing going around a lot. I'm actually worried for myself because if you go to Twitter and you just search YouTube hacked, like just YouTube and then the word hacked, there's somebody like every 30 minutes getting their YouTube hacked, and then it's some crypto bullshit, which is weird because crypto's tanking right now. I don't think now would be the time to advertise it. Let it tank and then advertise. Whatever. But yeah, a bunch of people, there's got to be an exploit going on or something, because a bunch of people are getting their YouTubes hacked, even though they have two-factor authentication on. What up, Zach? Cool. Yeah, Afro got his stuff hacked. He panicked. His channel got terminated, which was fine. It was probably for the best. His channel got terminated because that kept him from losing anything else. I didn't get to tune into the live stream, but I know he was, you know, a bit anxiety-ridden on the live stream. And then he got his channel back and he was good. Why is somebody getting hacked? I don't know. I would assume it was an exploit. I'd assume there's some exploit that lets you crack into people's YouTube accounts right now, and NFT bros are using it to advertise Bitcoin farms or some shit. Hey chat, why did nobody warn me? What is this playlist? It is one big video called Sonic Chill Music Brainstorm Sounds by Tempers. I'll link it to you. Oh, chat, you know what's crazy? No, literally nobody warned me, and it's because I didn't ask, so it falls back on me, but still I'm upset about it. Literally nobody warned me that now, of all of time, now was the worst possible time to ever get caught up on the My Hero Academia manga. Because I did. A few weeks back I started reading from where the anime left off. And I got caught up to current the other day. And you know where current is? It's right before shit hits the fan. If I would have waited another month, 2 months, I would have been eating. I would have been great. Literally the worst possible time for me to run out of chapters to read. Yeah, Mark, I didn't understand your tweet. You made it seem like guns equaled capitalism. I just assumed it was some foreigner mixing up their American lingo. Basically with the anime. Yeah, I don't want to spoil shit for you guys. You anime only watchers for My Hero, but what I will say is that when next season starts, there might be a couple episodes of setup, and then after that, it's all fighting. That next season of My Hero is going to be all fucking fighting. Holy shit. So yeah, I got caught up on My Hero. I'm like, whatever, I'll kick over. I'm in a weeb mood. I started reading Demon Slayer. And, dude's got a fucking gun. But anyway. It wasn't because of guns? Okay, so you just tweeted me a spoiler. I literally just made it to that part. Anyway, yeah, I started reading Demon Slayer. Last thing I saw, a motherfucker pulled out a gun. Like Rising of Shield Hero. I haven't watched it, but my friend did and liked it. I know a buddy who watched it and liked it. He just liked the setup. It was all hilarious to him. I'm working through Soul Eater. Is Soul Eater the one that's the same artist and universe as Fire Force? New emote? Yeah, new BTT emote. It's meant to be used like this. The way to use the pants grab emote is anytime you say something that can make it work, you just do fucking do this, and then if I watch Platinum in yet, no, I haven't, but if I do, I'm watching it dubbed. That's Psy. Same universe? I don't think so. Okay, so here's what I've been told. Here's what I've been told from people who know what Soul Eater is. There's a part in Season 2, and I made it this far. I don't think I made it much further. There's a part in Season 2 of Fire Force where a dude deflects a gigantic, crazy strong fire blast. And he shoots it up, and it hits the moon. And the moon gets a hole, like a little crater blown into it. And apparently in Soul Eater, that crater still exists. Also, apparently, in the background of a Fire Force episode, some main character's cousin can be seen standing there. Now, I saw this scene happen in Fire Force where he shoots the shit to the moon, but I have not seen a lick of Soul Eater. But from what I understand, it's the same artist who does it. And there's apparently more than just those two things that tie into the fact that they do take place in the same universe, just during very different time periods. The capitalism joke was at MHA? Oh, that one went right over my head then. Need to rewatch the ending of Season 2. If you're talking about Fire Force, this didn't happen in the ending of Season 2, because I haven't finished Season 2 yet. I think I stopped like halfway through it or so. Or maybe I was closer to the end than I thought. How many seasons of Fire Force are out? It's not 3, is it? It's just 2? All I know is I didn't finish the thing. And I saw that happen. 2? Okay, yeah. Oh, you know what was crazy, though? You know what I did see? The JoJo's reference. The JoJo's reference went sick in Fire Force. That was so badass. I hate to be a JoJo's fan right now, but the way that Fire Force did it was actually really cool. If I'm mistaken, is it Studio David? That sounds right, Lotus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's right. It's Studio David does both of them. Because they do Fire Force in between JoJo's. I remember a JoJo's reference. They go to the volcano, or it's the nuclear plant. And the black dude with the dreadlocks, it's like the first time he shows off his fire fighting. And he's a real fucking badass. Studio David production, thank you. And if somebody can find the scene and link it, I'll show it. But he says something, and it's in Japanese, so I have a hard time remembering what it was. But he's not saying Muda. He's not saying Muda. He's saying something else, but with the same syllables in him. And when he starts blending his words together while he's punching this dude, it starts coming out like Muda, 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 Muda. You know what I mean? While he's just fucking full on beating this dude in with his fists. It's like blatantly a JoJo's reference. But it's been a while since I've seen this scene. I just know, like, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's fucking it. I don't like that there's 1 million tweets about China right now. How you feeling about the My Hero Academia manga? I heard a lot of people say that the My Hero Academia manga was actually really heat, and as soon as the anime gets there, people who don't like the anime will change their tune. And honestly, the My Hero Academia manga is it's a very solid 7. I think the anime has an opportunity to up that to an 8 or a 9, depending on how well they animate the fights. But given their history of not really animating the fights and making them super short, I don't know. It's going to be interesting because this next season is supposed to be all fights, and I think it's going to be a defining moment for how we remember My Hero Academia as an anime, personally. At least for me, it is. Because the fighting that I read in the manga, it was a lot of fighting, which is great. It was fine. You know, I felt like there wasn't any crazy moments that stuck out to me the same way the anime made the Overhaul fight stick out to me, or the way the United States of Smash stuck out to me when I watched the anime. But if the anime can go in and make those fights look great and make the choreography really good on them, then I think that's where you have the potential to bump My Hero up to, you know, an 8 or a 9. But from what I've read, from the end of the animated current, it's been a solid 7. I've been hooked. There are some parts that are a lot better than others. Obviously, the ending's going to have a big influence, and we're getting ready for the final fight, but yeah. Remember when I said there was a broken cork coming at you right around the corner from? I feel like I've seen 50 broken corks, but yeah. I mean, I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm definitely going to watch the next season of My Hero. See people trying to put Demon Slayer up there with the greatest of the greats? I've seen that, but I've seen that since Season 1 of Demon Slayer, which, if I would have watched Season 1 of Demon Slayer when Season 1 of Demon Slayer came out, I would have been the biggest detractor in the world. I would have heavily disagreed. Season 1 of Demon Slayer did not find me the way it found most people. That being said, I'll probably have my own opinion in a couple weeks as I slowly catch up to the manga, because the manga's finished, so I'll be able to, you know, I'll be able to read the ending and get a full opinion on it. And I think it's important that I'm going to get this opinion of the Demon Slayer manga from the manga. Because I always wonder how much people would be fucking with Demon Slayer if the anime did not make everything look so unbelievably crisp. Yeah, Red Sky, so there's two groups of people who don't like My Hero Academia, right? There's two groups of people who just genuinely don't like it. It's people who just find it relatively mid in general, like it's just not for them, it never really caught on for them. Maybe the first couple of seasons were hype, but it's whatever now. And then there's Boku no Hero Academia fans who will literally never be satisfied with what they do. My Hero's going through a phase that Dragon Ball went through really, really heavily during the dawn of Dragon Ball YouTubers. In that if they if they put a comma in the wrong spot in the subs, or if something is not exactly the way it was in the manga, people who are dedicated, real fans will lose their absolute fucking shit and say this is the worst thing they've ever watched. Even the anime just telling stories out of order to align shit more properly for the movie coming out. People are losing their minds over. But after having read that, after having read the part I missed and then watched the part I missed before, I didn't feel like any of it was that bad. Demon Slayer's manga was incredibly popular before the anime. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I read the manga and think it's great, but the anime is a lot better. IMO, one of the anime that really just elevates it to 11. Yeah, I agree. You probably heard me give this spiel before, Lotus, but season 1 of Demon Slayer to me was that's a mid anime. That is a very, very average, maybe at its best slightly above average season 1 of an anime. But with the animation cranked up to 1,000, I think a lot of people were like, "Oh, but the water looks pretty. This is great." But I was not impressed at all with season 1 of Demon Slayer. Train arc in season 2 won me over, or the Train movie in the rest of season 2 won me over. Because I don't watch season 2 of the Train. Cause I already seen that. I watched the movie. I think it was 20 motherfucking months. Appreciate you. But then I know the ending of Demon Slayer tanked it off. Currently, I cannot blame anyone for putting Demon Slayer up there with the greats. But like I said, I'll have my own opinion on it soon enough. Yeah, I don't give a shit about the fucking Ninja Turtle, so it's whatever. Apparently his backstory is good, but like, all I know is he's just really attached to Old Boy, so it's, it's whatever. I don't feel like I've missed a lot. No, AOT's still my top one. Attack on Titan's still my top one. It's just got the fucking moments. It's such a good Spader I have. Tragic. What was I gonna say? Oh, Attack on Titan is just, I have never seen almost any form of media, and maybe it's just because I need to get out more and observe more, but I've never seen anything that, like, I got invested in Attack on Titan from episode 1, and after that they breadcrumb you, and they breadcrumb you, and they breadcrumb you, and it's such a good anime to binge, especially if you've never seen it before, and it's even good on a rewatch. I'll get to that. And they breadcrumb you, and they always feed you just enough that you really want more. So you're always just like, I'll watch one more episode. I'll watch one more episode. And then you'll get small chunks, you'll get bits and pieces, and then finally, they pull the whole fucking curtain back. And they go, this is how it is. And you don't even, like, as soon as you realize this is how it is, you don't have time to process shit. Guess what? You're over there now, right? And you're like, okay, we're starting over. We're learning about them. And then Eren does the coldest shit I've ever seen a main character do, and probably will ever see a main character do. Everything gets blown wide fucking open. And it sprints to the finish. Even if you don't like the ending, like, and I get a lot of people didn't like the ending, but like, AOT is just top one for me. I don't want to talk too much about the manga, Mark, because I don't want to spoil. We have a lot of anime only fans for My Hero, and Attack on Titan, and Demon Slayer, and I don't want to get too specific on anything. I don't want to spoil. If you have not seen Attack on Titan yet, do not take me saying it's my top one as the end all be all. Go into it with a clear head. Go into it with an open mind that like it might be good, it might be bad, and just watch it. There's so much media out there that gets like, it gets so hyped up and everyone tells you it's the greatest shit ever to the point where you almost don't want to watch it, or maybe even you don't watch it. And then when you do finally watch it, it's like, where'd all this hype come from? This is me watching season 1 of Demon Slayer. Like, everybody said this is the greatest shit ever, and I watched it and I was like, this was average, but it was pretty. I hope they go with the first one now, because I heard the second one was worse, and I never actually read it. I still don't know what it is exactly. So I hope they go with the one, because I was happy with the first inning, like very happy with the first inning. So I hope that's the one they stick out. Anyway, to double back to Attack on Titan, it's very great on a first watch for those reasons, and it's also great on a second, third, fourth watch because you will catch a lot of shit that that's like, it's almost in your face, and you're like, oh my god, that person's right there, that you just never would have thought of on a first watch. But it's like, it's almost obvious on a rewatch. You're like, ugh. It's just, there's a lot of really good foreshadowing constantly in Attack on Titan. Hey, what up, Natsu? The fact they give us the first season. No, the waiting 5 years about broke me. Because they gave us season 1, and so much time passed, I was like, fuck it, I'll read the manga. And then I read the manga to the middle of the political arc, which in the manga was so boring, mostly because it was a once-a-month release, and it was just slow moving, that I gave up on the manga. And then season 2 finally came out, and I watched that, and then I picked up on the manga again and got current. I was able to read through the political arc since it was all published now, and they had moved on past that. And then they announced season 3, and then they cut season 3 in half. They delayed the second half 3 months. I was so pissed. I'm gonna say it's crazy how much different season 4 is compared to the rest of the series. At least to me, it's like night and day. Well, I mean, it's a different studio, so animation-wise, yeah, it's a bit of a jarring. Map is doing a great job with it. I wish it had stayed with Wit the whole time. But if it's going anybody else, I'm not upset it's Map. I think Map is still doing a good job with all that. But I mean, yeah, visually it's going to look different. But even the way the story's told, I mean, yeah, that's going to be very different too, because now fucking curtains pulled back. If you ever were going to switch studios, season 3 into season 4 is the time to switch studios, because of how different everything is. Guys, when was the last time we got a Hunter x Hunter chapter? Anyone else hear about the supposed no more mask rules? What are you talking about? Like they won't let you wear one? Because fuck that. Yeah, Attack on Titan being monthly damn near killed me. I'm so glad. I'm so glad it's over. Like, plus Attack on Titan hit a point where for over the course of like a year and a half, like it started off with a year and a half out of Attack on Titan being done. If you were to go back to that point a year and a half before that, you're reading the manga and you're like, oh my god, this could be over in like 4 chapters, 5 chapters. And then a couple chapters go by and you're like, oh my god, this could be over in like 2 or 3 chapters. And then a couple more chapters go by and you're like, yeah, no end in sight. The tone has shifted drastically. There is not an end coming anytime soon. And then 7, 8 months later, it's like, yeah, all right, we'll wrap it up now. Which basically said the state gets to choose its vaccination and mask mandates. As long as there's not a you can't wear a mask rule, because that's the stupidest shit I've ever heard. I know some business owners try to enforce that, and it's like, you're fucking weird, but... I saw Fire Force ended. Ham ended up reading all of it. He said he loved it. Said he had watched the first 2 seasons and he just read from the end of season 2 to the end of the manga in like a day, and he liked it a lot. Which I stopped watching halfway through season 2. I should go back and finish that out, and then maybe pick that up if I finish Demon Slayer or something. Yeah, Mark, right? You know my original thought, and I'm so glad they didn't do this, because I need, especially from Isayama, I need the author to outsmart me or take that fucking left turn to nowhere that you never would have saw coming, because that's what kept me hooked on Attack on Titan all the time, is like he always just did some shit. You very rarely could you just predict what was going to happen next, because it was always just, the anime was always going into unknown territory. The anime or the manga was always going like in a direction that you just didn't really see coming. But for a minute, I thought maybe, after the fucking fresh squeeze shit, I thought maybe the end-all be-all was going to be Eren was going to get every Titan. I thought Eren was going to just get every Titan and then sort of become new what's-her-face. You know what I'm talking about? And then just like be God basically and take over. I thought that's what would happen. I put Twin Star down a long time ago. Lotus has convinced me I need to pick it back up, and I probably will eventually, but there was a thing that happened, not necessarily at the fault of Twin, I mean like Twin Star did it. It's just a thing that I didn't like a lot in Twin Star. And it wasn't even like, for the overarching concept of the story, it wasn't a bad thing as far as story progression and character progression and all that. But I just disagreed with it personally very heavily, and I read a couple chapters past that, like, because I tried to power through it and I was like, I just can't do it anymore, and I put it down for a while. What was it? I don't want to say. Hey, being sick, make it stop. I'm sorry, Nos. Do you have the fucking vid? Good news, it's snowing again. BP host? BP, how's Chad? I was fucking with it, Lotus. I was in there. Like, it definitely had its ups and downs. But I was in there. The only thing I'm worried about is that I think if I picked it up again, I'd probably have to start over. Which, hold on, will it tell me? I bet it'll tell me. How you doing, BP Raiders, by the way? BP hosters. BP, thank you for the prime, 11 months. That was fun, brought back some memories from sure. I logged on as Shirley. I logged on as Shirley for 20 minutes before Tsunami yesterday. Day before, something like that. And I just talked with a couple people. And that was it. I really just kind of got a feel for it, got a lay of the land. Just keeping my finger on the pulse, seeing what's up. And then I logged off. And then I started watching your stream. And a fighter jet flew overhead. And you went, what the fuck was that? And then I saw people thought it was Shirley. Shirley's back in town for 20 minutes. She found a fighter jet. That found me. I thought that was funny as fuck. I have to tell you where you stopped. Yeah, the problem is my subscription. Oh, it doesn't. Fuck. My subscription ran out. It didn't run out. I switched credit cards. And Shonen Jump wanted me to update, and I hadn't. I just never did because I wasn't reading manga at the time. And since I've re-enabled it, it does not tell me where I left off, and that is so sad, brother. I can tell you how many chapters I made it. It doesn't even have that many chapters. It's only at 103. I could not have been that far from catching up. I felt like I read so much. No vid, just a sinus infection. I see you. it's pure pain. It's not pure pain because, like I said, if I'm gonna do it, I think I'm gonna start over anyway. I like the dynamic between the two main characters a lot. So I don't think it's gonna bug me. What song is this? Oh god, I have to look. Roughly 110. This is Deep Woods from Sonic and the Black Knight. Breathe, Dinky! Apparently Smathers is still kicking it out around there. They reread Demon Slayer, it's still hitting. I'm excited. I'm excited to have another manga that I can read to that I know is done. So I will literally just read that manga until it's over and then have an ending. So I can be like, you know, My Hero Academia me. You know, reading something like Berserk or maybe JJK. I think I'm gonna watch that movie whenever that movie comes out. I'm gonna watch that movie. And I'm gonna rewatch season 1 of JJK. And if we do not have like an "it's coming really soon" release date to JJK season 2, that's probably what I'll read next. I love Jujutsu Kaisen, man. I fucking love that show. I watched it for the first time a few months back, and like literally two months went by, and I just watched it again. I like that shit so much. Season 2 is 2023. Ugh, yeah, I'm probably picking that manga up. We'll see. We'll see. JJK was also Mappa, wasn't it? Lost in Paradise, Nos. Yes. People be sleeping on Lost in Paradise. There'd be episodes where it ends with the main character literally dies. That's what I love, is because that show is so dark. Like, just all around, that's just a very dark show. The main character literally dies. And then fucking door gets kicked open. Lost in Paradise. These dudes fucking jamming out. They're going to the mall and shit. Love that. Love that. I don't think I've ever skipped the closing credits, no? Yeah. Did I read JJK? I have people on my Twitter timeline who read JJK and they like it. The song is back on Spotify. Did they take it off from it? Great read. I'm fully caught up. How much you guys think is left? Like, is there an end anytime in the near future for Jujutsu Kaisen or no? The drummer for the song was involved in some tax fraud thing, so they took it off for a minute. It's in the final arc. Okay, so hopefully by the time I read Demon Slayer, maybe read Fire Force, maybe read Twin Star, JJK will be done. And I can just read JJK. It's the final arc, but it should be long. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Watch so many similar anime. I stopped halfway through season 2 of Fire Force, but my friend the manga just finished 2 days ago, and my friend finished it, and he said he really, really liked it. So I'm like, yeah, I'll get back into it for that. Plus, I don't think we're getting another season of Fire Force anytime soon because they're still working on JoJo's. What up, Schwabius? But yeah, I'm current on My Hero. Nobody told me it was the worst time ever to get caught up on My Hero. Daber Productions does JoJo's, and yeah, you just missed this conversation we just had about it. Nos, do you watch JoJo's? Did you see the JoJo's reference in season 2 of Fire Force? When they go to the nuclear plant? There is a fucking blatant JoJo's reference happening during a bit in there. Keep trying to get Tynan to watch it. Okay, JoJo's is a ride. JoJo's is a ride, and not necessarily in a good way. And I feel like normally, when someone goes into an anime, the best thing to do is to not tell them shit and just let them watch the anime. You know, you got them to watch it, let them watch it. JoJo's is different, okay, Nos? I need to mentally prep you, and hopefully you pass along to Tiny if you're going to do this, because it hit me like a truck, and I hated it, all right? Season 1 and Season 2 of JoJo's. The story flies at supersonic speed. There is always shit happening. There is always shit progressing the story. It is moving forward at 10 million miles an hour. Season 1 is 9 episodes. Technically, not Season 1. It's all Season 1. Part 1 is 9 episodes. It's not that it's crazy. It's that the pacing will fuck you up like it did me. This is what I'm prepping you for. Season 1 and Season 2 fly at 1 billion miles an hour, all right? Episode 1 of Season 2 is some of the best shit I've ever seen. Anyway, sorry, I actually want to rewatch Season 1 and 2 now. Billion miles an hour, right? Season 3, the entire dynamic of the whole anime changes, okay? They go from what is essentially like a ki power, chakra, whatever, that's in every other anime, to their own thing, which, fine, whatever, you know, great, good step forward. The pace does not exist. It went from, like, it's 28 episodes to cover part 1 and 2. Part 3 is 48 episodes. It's like 2 fucking seasons. Okay? And, like, it starts and the story moves, and then it's episodic after that. It's Monster of the Week. Literally nothing fucking happens to progress the story for, like, 20 episodes. And if you're okay with Monster of the Week shows or anime, like if you ever watch Supernatural or whatever, if you're okay with Monster of the Week shows, if you're prepared for a Monster of the Week show, it's probably fine. But the fucking shift fucked my brain up so much, I started skipping episodes in part 3. I hated part 3 so much. Beginning's cool, ending's badass. Hated the rest of part 3 so much. I absolutely did not like that at all. And then part 4 is kind of a mix. And then part 5, they go back to it's all story again. But just be ready for the shift is all. Because I wasn't, and it, like, I have disdain for part 3, the middle chunk of it, because of that. Because I was like, where's the story at? Because every episode in part 1 and 2 was all just, you are flying forward. How many episodes are there overall? Part 1 and 2 is 28 episodes total. It's them combined. Part 3 is 48 episodes. Part 4, chat, do you know how many episodes part 4 is? Part 4 is that another 48 episoder? Part 4 is very interesting. I think it's very polarizing. I like it more than 3, but some people don't. And then part 5 is really good. Part 5, I don't know. Actually, hold on. I'll just Google it. How many episodes is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? That's an old article. Yeah, I'm getting 153 total, but I don't think that's counting part 6, is it? Because we have the first half of part 6 right now. So 153 plus like 12 or 24 more. I think it's 12 more. And then they're about to finish the second half of part 6. But yeah, you're gonna be looking at upwards of 150, probably upwards of 170. Part 4, I disagree that part 4 is a true Monster of the Week, because part 4 actually has episodes where shit happens that changes things for real. Part 3, they're progressing And the progression is like, you're just meant to assume they're a few steps closer than they were before because they never really outlined that shit for you. It was so bad. Part 4 goes up and down as far as story progression, which I liked it a lot more. It felt spicier to me. Yeah. What y'all been watching? What y'all? I know I've been out of the mix. Chat. I know I've been streaming a lot the past couple weeks. What have you guys taken to? Monsters and anime I found, it's all on YouTube. Started Vikings. Heard a lot of good shit about Vikings.